is NBC Palm Springs.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Sandusky.
And I'm Mark Mester. We start tonight with the Highway 111 pavement rehab project. It's in full effect with lane closures happening throughout the week.
Our Brett Rosen has more on how business owners and locals are reacting to the construction. He joins us in studio with the latest tonight. Brett?
Olivia, when speaking to locals around the area, they are more than aware of the inconvenience that will be happening during the construction traffic. However, they said that the repavement needs to be done. Today marks the official start of the Highway 111 pavement rehab project. Construction stretching from Washington Street to Jefferson. With both sidewalk and lane closures, business owners say the potential traffic on Highway 111 could hurt business.
Well, I think the traffic does inconvenience a lot of the customers. But to my store, I think I have to see first.
The first concern that everybody has on this kind of business is the traffic is going to get too busy. I'm very concerned to lose some of the customers. Yeah.
Locals say no matter the traffic during the slow summer months, it's the best time to fix the road.
I've been living here for 9 years, and definitely 111 needs to be repaved. There are a lot of bumps and jumps and things like that through it. So I'm happy it's being done, and it's being done at the right time.
You know, is it the right time to do this? It's never the right time, and there'll always be an inconvenience to someone. But it has to be, I believe it has to be done.
The Palms Cafe co-owner, Efrain Mendoza, says the advice he gives customers who endure the lane closures is to drive earlier in the day and not during lunchtime traffic.
Early, I imagine, yeah, to avoid traffic, yeah. They could be here in the morning earlier, maybe. Yeah, instead of for lunch, I believe it's going to be busy too. So, I mean, for the traffic, yeah.
Now, as for the timeline of this pavement rehab project, construction from Washington Street to Jefferson will go on till July 11th. And as for the project as a whole, it will be in effect until October. Live in studio, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
Thank you, Brett. Now, road construction is happening all over the desert this summer, so we want to help you avoid the trouble spots and know before you go. Our partners at CV Link track those projects, so let's turn to Palm Desert over on Fred Waring Drive. Construction to replace a damaged storm drain on eastbound Fred Waring Drive is still underway. The project originally was set to wrap up last week. It's now expected to finish in the next day or two. Traffic delays are minimal, but drivers should consider using Avenue 42 or Highway 111 if you'd like to avoid the area.
Over in Cathedral City, near the new shopping center, you got some road widening, slowing down eastbound traffic along East Palm Canyon Drive with 3 signals impacted. Westbound traffic is affected slightly, but still moving. Drivers should use Gerald Ford Drive or Ramon Road to get around it. The work is expected to finish by the end of July or early August.
We have more local news tonight. A man was arrested today after allegedly shooting another man during a dispute in Coachella. Deputies responded just after 10 a.m. to a report of an assault with a deadly weapon. They found the victim at the scene. He was taken to the hospital in stable condition. At this time, neither identity has been released, but officials say this shooting happened during a disagreement.
A house fire sent big clouds of smoke into the air this afternoon in Palm Springs. Crews got the call around 1:10 this afternoon. They rushed to the home, which was on Levita Drive. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Officials are still working to figure out what sparked the flames.
And Indio police are asking for your help identifying a man who was caught on camera burglarizing multiple businesses over the weekend. These are the images here from surveillance video showing the suspect smashing windows and then taking money from tip jars and cash boxes. This all happened within a 24-hour span. Police say he wore the same outfit each time. If you have any information, you're asked to contact right there. The number at the bottom of your screen. We'll post this information to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com, as well, if you'd like to reach out to the sergeant who's handling this investigation.
A former jail commander is suing Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco and his top brass. claiming she was fired for speaking out about civil rights violations inside county jails. Victoria Flores, a 30-year veteran who ran the Robert Presley Detention Center, says she faced retaliation after raising red flags about misconduct, inmate deaths, and department cover-ups. Her federal lawsuit paints a picture of a toxic culture, from allegedly inflated project costs to avoiding oversight and targeting those who question leadership. Flores is seeking damages or her job back, while state and federal investigations into the sheriff's department remain underway.
The Wolf Fire near Banning has burned over 2,000 acres, but tonight it is now near 95% contained. Highway 243 has reopened. Firefighters are still actively fighting a portion of this fire. Evacuation warnings are still in effect near the fire's perimeter. Over 480 personnel and multiple aircraft engines are involved. 3 firefighters were injured. The cause of the fire is still under investigation at this time. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside from our Agua Caliente casino camera. You've got the pass there, the direction where that fire is burning, and it was a hot weekend here in the Coachella Valley. Hopefully you were having a safe 4th of July weekend. I know we all had fun celebrating with you Friday night, and our Kai Beach is with us tonight. Chloe Carlson has the night off. You always seem to arrive right when it starts to heat up.
I know. At least it wasn't like last year. Remember the day after 4th of July? Record-breaking heat, 124 degrees.
Miserable.
You dared me to jump in the pool?
You took that dare.
Right, and you did.
Yeah.
Thank you,
A
guys.
man of your word.
Appreciate you remembering that. All right, take a look at these current weather conditions. 110 degrees, winds 10 miles an hour, humidity 6% at Palm Springs International. And because of this extreme heat, we have an extreme heat warning. It's going to start midweek. That's because temperatures can get up to 118 degrees Wednesday and for Thursday. For today, high temperatures, Palm Desert 111, Thousand Palms 108, Joshua Tree 97. Take a look at Big Bear, almost 80 degrees. For the wind gusts right now, 11 miles an hour in Palm Springs, Whitewater, 13 miles an hour, and up the hill in Yucca, we're looking at 14 miles an hour. Pretty consistent over the next few days. Whitewater, going to see gusts up to nearly 30 miles an hour. Tonight's evening stroll, a little bit warmer than it was last night. 6 o'clock, 106, 8 o'clock, low hundreds, 10 o'clock, high 90s, and if you're still up at midnight, we're looking at low 90s. Low temps for tonight, Big Bear City, we can get and support that. Cool, 46 degrees. Palm Springs, we're looking at 81 degrees. High temps for tomorrow, Palm Springs 113. You can find some relief on the coast. We're looking at mid to high 70s, but remember, we did see some really big waves up to 7 feet. Newport Beach, lifeguards reporting hundreds, that's right, hundreds of rescues over 4th of July. Tuesday, we're going to be very hot, very dry, high pressure system. That's going to dominate the southwest. These are our record highs, almost going to break those Wednesdays and Thursdays. And that 3-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Tuesday, 113, temperatures do start to rise to 115 degrees. I'll have a full forecast coming up in just a bit.
Okay, thanks for that. Turning to some more local headlines this evening. The grand opening of the Desert Community Animal Center in Desert Hot Springs is this Wednesday, July 9th. It's going to be run by the Greater Palm Springs Animal Allies, which operates the Palm Springs Animal Shelter. You can RSVP for the grand opening at desertvet.org. This low-cost vet clinic will be the only veterinary services in Desert Hot Springs and one of the few low-cost vet clinics in the entire valley. Dan Rossi, the executive director of the Palm Springs Animal Shelter, says residents should be patient as demand is already very high.
There are a few local government meetings happening tomorrow, as well as local school districts. Palm Springs Unified School District has a board meeting that will be at the district office boardroom. It starts at 6 o'clock for a regular session. Of note for this meeting, a public presentation on how the school will better monitor their school resource officer program. Resource officers are on-campus law enforcement, and the district plans to hold quarterly meetings to better establish guidelines for officers and review those projected costs.
Also on Tuesday in Palm Springs is the Palm Springs Planning Commission meeting. It's going to be held 5:30 Tuesday night at City Hall. The most notable item on their agenda will be the approval of the first In-N-Out in Palm Springs, located on East Palm Canyon Drive at the former Bank of America site. The nearly 4,000 square foot restaurant will include a drive-through.
And moving to Palm Desert, the city will hold its Public Safety Committee meeting. That's at 3:30 Tuesday afternoon at City Hall. They'll review and take public comment for the city's new Safety Stick pilot program before that moves to City Council for consideration. This is a radar-based enforcement program to improve parking compliance throughout the city, particularly around high-risk zones like crosswalks, fire lanes, school zones, and loading areas. According to the committee agenda, it will use a program called CenturyLink for remote enforcement and real-time monitoring, as well as citation issuing. Coming up next year on NBC Palm Springs, it's a once-in-a-century flood. The death toll rises in Central Texas after a devastating natural disaster. We have the latest on search efforts right after the break.
Also tonight, a local baseball standout chasing his dream of going pro. But first, he's going to take the national stage at Friday's HBCU All-Star Game. Our Tim O'Brien has that story and more. That's coming up a little bit later on in sports.
And tonight at 6 o'clock, a new Facebook group is quickly growing. Its goal to alert the community when there's ICE or immigration activity in the Coachella Valley. Our digital reporter Thalia Hayden spoke with one man who says it's his mission to help those who feel afraid. Hear what they had to say still ahead at 6 o'clock. We'll see you then.
Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 5.
Welcome back. In Central Texas, the devastation from what's being called a 100-year flood is still unfolding tonight. Torrential rain causing the Guadalupe River to rise over 20 feet in just 45 minutes.
At least 90 people are confirmed dead, most swept away by the current, and officials fear that number will rise. Here's Jay Gray.
Good evening. Day 4 of the rescue and recovery here in the Texas Hill Country is continuing. Give you a look at the current conditions in the Guadalupe River. This river jumped its banks, and it's still not back to where it was before the storms, but it has receded. That's good news. You can see the trees on the other side bent and snapped, laying on one another. It's like a bunch of dominoes that fell over on that side of the river. To show you that wall of water that everyone talks about and how dramatic it was, it started there, came up this hill well over 20 feet, and ultimately all the way across this yard and into the community center here where they have water damage they are working on. You can see some of the people out and trying to get things ready here. All of that as the search and rescue continues here as well. Around the clock, they are working to try and find survivors in this rubble. And today, the mayor of Kerrville talked about that effort and what it's doing to his community.
I need to tell my community and those families who are waiting, this will be a rough week. Primary search continues, and we remain hopeful every foot, every mile, every bend of the river.
Yeah, and look, it is going to be a tough go for so many who are struggling here, but the crews, the recovery teams, hundreds of responders still on the ground here say they will continue to work day and night until everyone here is found. That's the very latest from here in Kerrville. I'm Jay Gray, NBC News.
And in addition to Jay Gray's reporting right there, Tom Llamas will have more live tonight from Texas on NBC Nightly News. That program airs in about 14 minutes.
Back to some local news. The BMW Performance Center in Thermal is hosting a morning event Saturday, July 13th. It's called Cars, Coffee, and Hot Laps. It runs from 8 to 10 a.m. It's free for all. Car lovers can bring their rides, drink some coffee, even hop in for a lap with a professional driver in a BMW. Spots for the hot laps are limited, so you will need to register ahead of time. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. Hot laps and hot days here in the Coachella Valley. Kye Beach tracking our forecast right after the break, so stay with us. Welcome back. Before we get into your forecast, here's some fun news. The Love Local Palm Springs Summer Bonus Card is back. Love Local Palm Springs is a gift card program eligible at Palm Springs retailers, restaurants, services, and entertainment establishments that participate in the program. So starting today, if you buy a card worth $100 or more, the City of Palm Springs will contribute an additional 50% to the card. So you buy 100, they'll contribute 50. Those funds will expire at the start of November, though, so you've got to use it or lose it. Learn more at engagepalmsprings.com. Let's take a live look outside now. Our Walter Clark Highway 111 camera. This is Rancho Mirage as we check in with our Kye Beach tonight. I know a lot of people excited to take advantage of that gift card program and support some local businesses in our valley.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. We can get some cold ice cream and some cold drinks. As for today, the high 110 degrees, normally 108, so we are above average, but not near that record high of 122 degrees. High temps today here on the valley floor, Palm Desert 111, east end of the valley, Indio 110. Now we do have an extreme heat warning. It's going to start Wednesday. It's going to go through Thursday. It could be extended because we could see temperatures up to 118 degrees. Low temps tonight, Big Bear City, that looks nice at 46, but down here, Palm Springs 81, Indio 79. But hey, at least it is a dry heat. We're looking at 5% humidity. That peak heat tomorrow, that's going to happen around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The future wind potential, pretty consistent for this time of year. Whitewater seeing the heaviest action, gusts up to nearly 30 miles an hour. Morning walk tomorrow. Go out early and enjoy those outdoor activities. 6 o'clock, it's already 80 degrees. By 10, we're at triple digits. High temperatures across the country. A lot of people leaving the valley right now. Take a look across the country. Dallas, they could see some more rain. 90 degrees. Minneapolis, 84. Seattle, 82. And in the Bay, we're looking at the mid 60s. High temps for today. Everything triple digits on the board except for Banning, Beaumont, and Idlewild. We'll go ahead and take a look. This is from our chief meteorologist, Jerry Steffen. Holiday countdown, 56 days until Labor Day, 116 days until Halloween. Wednesday, very hot here. Ridge of high pressure, that's going to dominate the southwest over the next few days. Could see temps up to 118 degrees. 7-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Tuesday, 113. Those temperatures start to ramp up midweek, and overnight lows go from high 80s to high 70s.
The NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk with Tim O'Brien. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Oh, welcome back. By this time next week, Palm Springs Power outfielder Jamal Ritter will know whether or not his name is called in the MLB draft. Before that, he'll have the honor to play in an all-star game put on by Major League Baseball. Our Caitlin Kelly has more.
This is Jamal Ritter, a center fielder who made his way to the Palm Springs Power roster through a phone call between his agent and team owner Andrew Starkey.
My agent calls me and says, would you be interested in playing in Palm Springs? I said, Palm Springs? He told me, yeah, Casey and Andrew Starkey would like you to come and play for the Power. I said, yeah, I'd do that for sure.
Jamal, who also serves as the center fielder for the Norfolk State University baseball team, said it was a normal day at his home in Palm Springs when he got a call that he won't forget anytime soon.
Oh, my God. I was on the phone with my dad, and I was getting a call. Like, you know, when it beeps in, I look at my phone, it says Major League Baseball and the caller ID. And it's actually kind of cool. I was like, Major League Baseball, who's that? I said, oh, I'm going to call you back, Dad.
That call was to notify Jamal that he had been selected to play in the HBCU Swingman Classic, an annual Major League Baseball All-Star event which showcases Division I baseball players from historically black colleges and universities.
I was pretty excited because I was kind of waiting for them to start sending the invites because I thought I made a good case for myself this season. So I was just waiting, and I finally got the call, and I was really excited.
And Jamal Ritter pushes one just over the fence, and it's a 2-1 game.
Going into this past year, I hit .313 with 8 home runs, and I hit pretty well, and I felt really confident up there, knowing what to expect and how Division I baseball goes, and I had a great coach, and he guided me along the way.
But the Swingman Classic isn't the only event Jamal is looking forward to this week.
The MLB draft is actually 2 days after the game, the All-Star game. So I'll be going home and just waiting for the draft, and hopefully I hear my name called on draft day.
Now, Ritter has received a few calls, at least his agent has, so we'll have only time will tell next Sunday whether or not Ritter is drafted. And don't forget, this Friday night, July 11th, it's NBC Palm Springs night at the Palm Springs Power Game. The whole crew will be out there, Mark, Chloe, and Caitlin. Kai, you coming out? Yeah, Kai will be there. Olivia will throw out the first pitch. I'm going to hop in the broadcast booth for an inning as well and do some play-by-play with their guy over there. So looking forward to that first pitch, 7 o'clock again at Palm Springs Stadium this Friday, July 11th. That'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
Tim, can't wait for the game. In some entertainment news, TV personality Kelly Osbourne got engaged Saturday at what was billed as her father Ozzy Osbourne's last ever live show. She posted an Instagram video of her long-term partner Sid Wilson proposing in front of family members and friends, including her father Ozzy and mother Sharon. Wilson is a member of the heavy metal band Slipknot. They've been together since at least 2022. They share a young son, Sydney. The proposal happening backstage at Ozzy's farewell performance in England, which drew a crowd of over 400,000, featured some performances from Metallica, Guns N' Roses, and Steven Tyler as well. So a very fun weekend. We'll be right back.
All right, finally tonight, good vibrations. To start off the work week today, July 7th, is National Day of Rock and Roll. If you can't get no satisfaction out of this day, got some ideas that might just help. Listening to your favorite rock songs, attending a local concert, or putting on your own concert for some friends and family. Let's just say there are plenty of ways to celebrate and get comfortably numb. At least 3 references that I heard there.
Yeah, or rock on with Led Zeppelin like we are.
Let's start a band.
Nightly News is next. We're back at 6. Good night.